Prague, Czech Republic like in 2025? Find out next on Jaycation. Hey, what's up, Jaycationers? Welcome back to a video here in the Czech Republic series. We are back after 10 years in the city of Prague. Beautiful city here in the Czech Republic. And I'm just gonna cruise around. We're gonna do this weekly vlog thing where I'm just gonna show you my travels throughout Europe over the start of my summer. So let's check out the Czech Republic. So I ended up staying here at the Ramada by Wyndham City Center. It's right off the Můstek metro stop and it's pretty much center of the city. The breakfast is included. So I used to have that Wyndham Business Earner Rewards card. Remember that, guys? When I was able to match my Caesar's Diamond, sore subject, I guess. Anyways, I accrued enough points on that credit card to get 5 nights free here at Prague. So I used all my points up. Actually, I still have about 15,000 points left, but I was able to get 5 free nights here. All I had to do was pay for the city tax, and that was literally $11 for 5 nights. All good with me. I knew something good would come out of that Business Earner Rewards card. It has now since been closed, and now I have a MGM Rewards card, but this was my final usage of that card. So rest in peace, Business Earner Rewards card. 7:40, it's about a 12-minute walk to the astronomical clock. Let's go. It's literally 7:40 in the morning. It's just a straight shot down to the astronomical clock from this area, which I said the stop is called the Můstek. I thought it would mean museum, but it means bridge. See, now there's a 5-star hotel right there, the W. I mean, the Wyndham's actually not bad. For those of y'all that are coming here for a bachelor party or a stag party, these places are called nightclubs, aka strip clubs. Nightclubs in Czech Republic means strip club. If you want to go to a regular club, just call it a club. And this is the subway stop called the Můstek. Hotels are pretty affordable over here. Like last time I stayed here in 2015, 10 years ago with Jaycation, I think my hotel was only like 80 bucks and it was like a 5-star Marriott. This is actually a really nice, enjoyable walkway area with a lot of shops. 7:47, let's see how cold it is. We're at 41 degrees. It's May 7 and it's 41 degrees. Thank God I brought this little vest, and I did bring clothes to bundle up on, but not as many as you may think. And speaking of Nike, boom, Nike Prague coming soon. So I haven't rocked Nike on a trip in a long while, and I finally decided to buy a pair of Pegasus 39 because the last time I had a pair of these, they were pretty comfortable. So let's see how they hold up for the month. Still a bit early for the souvenir shops, but I like that the crowds aren't too crazy right now. You could even see the beauty of the clock already just down the way right there. Okay, I'm definitely going home with one of these because they still have this old style of mugs. Now, I haven't visited these places, so I'm definitely not going to get those, but we're definitely going to get either Czech Republic or the Prague mugs here at Starbucks. Ooh, they even have these special ones right here. I might have to get one of these 2 sets. We may not be drinking Starbucks, but we're going to still buy the mugs, especially if they have the old style ones. And check out the astrological clock just before 8 in the morning. And I heard that they start the shows at 8 now. So let's see if it's true or if that's only in the summer. Three minutes waiting to see if the clock will work at 8 o'clock. So here's the crowd at 7:58 in the morning. Let's see what it is later on in the day. Even more beautiful steeples that surround this entire city right there. A little bride and groom photo shoot over here. It's a little trippy, are these trucks that keep passing by. There we go, right at 8. There you go, that's probably the emptiest you're gonna see this. And right before 8 o'clock, bride and groom walked by, took a picture, and it's nice because I can see what they're doing with the photography there. A little bit of the sun is peeking out, and you could get half in the shade, half in the sun, and it probably makes for good pictures. I still don't know how to take good pictures, guys. To tell you the truth, I just screenshot most of my Instagram stories. Let's do an experiment. It's almost 8 o'clock right now. Let's see how it is right now, where there's barely any people, maybe about 7 or 8 people, and then come back later on in the day, see how crazy it is. So 3, 2, 1. Man, look how much more. This is 1 p.m. and that's how many people there are. That's crazy. And it's still kind of cold. Right by the astrological clock. Man, there are a ton of tourists here. Around 1 o'clock, they have all the horse and carriages over here. All the Mr. Eds. Yeah, that difference between 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. is a crazy disparity. And also be careful when crowds are like this. Pickpockets are at large. Check out this burnt down, rusted over car right here in the middle of this plaza area. So this beautiful church is called the Church of Our Lady Before Tyne. It's a Catholic church. And there is the center of the city where all the restaurants are pretty much overpriced from all the videos I've seen. After doing YouTube for about 10 years, which is crazy. Last time I was here in Prague was 2015. My first video was 6 minutes and I was so nervous about vlogging in public. That's changed. As you guys can see that we've grown to where I've wanted to be. When it comes to watching YouTube, there are channels with people who are from here, locals. Those are the ones that I like to support and I like flocking over to. So Real Prague Guides was really good. Honest Guides were really good. Those were the channels that I watched to get some tips. So shout out to Valerie over at Real Prague Guides for saying, come out early. 8 o'clock. Most tourist pamphlets or things online say that the first show is at 9 o'clock for the astrological clock, but they do start it at 8 now, so she was right. That's why I like YouTubers that specialize in cities like me. I specialize in San Diego and Vegas, well, mainly Vegas now, but you know, we've been there for most of our lives going back and forth, and we observe a lot of things that go down in these cities and a lot of changes. So when you watch YouTubers like Real Prague Guides, they have the best information. You're watching just one sample video of me traveling here to Prague, but they have binge-worthy videos that will help you craft your trip. It's funny coming back from Tokyo and seeing a ramen restaurant in the middle of the Czech Republic. So random. And look how empty these streets are. There's barely anyone here, and it's just past 8 in the morning. We're walking towards the St. Charles Bridge. Another thing that I've found out through these YouTube videos is that pho is really good over here, Vietnamese cuisine. So there's a large population of Vietnamese here in the Czech Republic, in Prague, and a lot of Vietnamese restaurants. So maybe we'll have some pho at some point. All right, we're now hitting up the St. Charles Bridge around 8:15 in the morning, and it does not look as packed as it usually is. And there's the castle that I never made it to 10 years ago. Here is the entry point from the old town side of the river, which will walk you over towards, I believe it's called Lesser Town, and where the Prague Castle stands. It's actually called the Karlov Most. I'm probably saying that way wrong, sorry. But look at the beauty of this river, and the sun is peeking out, but don't let it fool you, it's still pretty darn cold. We're gonna walk through the St. Charles Bridge. They do have statues of saints. They have been restored, so some of them are mainly replacements and replicas of the originals, but there are a few originals here. I mean, look how beautiful these sculptures are of different saints. There's even a popular one that people touch because of Instagram, and let's see if we could find it. I'll explain it more if I see it. This is the other side of the Vltava River, and usually there are like street performers over here and artists doing stuff, but it's so early in the morning that you're just able to walk here freely and enjoy it. This is the popular statue that got made famous by TikTok and people touching different parts of the statue, which is why you can see the bronzing is faded on where the dog is, and it's darker to where the night is. And then over here you got the person falling off the bridge faded, as well as the lady that is there on the shore. Case in point, don't believe everything the internet tells you. Especially Jaycation. Little hidden gem right there, that yellow and orange teddy bears peeking out below those roof sills over there. Probably takes you about 15 to 20 minutes to admire all the sculptures and the scenery off the Charles Bridge until you get to the new town aka I think it's also called Lesser Town. But now we're gonna walk up a hill. Me and Jaycation were here for such short a time last time. I think I remember getting this chimney cake down at this store right here last time. But I've done some research, and inside the town there are better places. See, I was right, it's called the Lesser Town. So I was reading that the taller bridge was added as an actual tower to the bridge, but the lower one was actually older than the Charles Bridge. So that one on the right side is a lot older than the Charles Bridge itself. Man, it dates back to like the 1400s, I think. This is what I love about European cities. You just look into a little corridor and then you see this really cool sculpture right in the middle featured. Beautiful. Okay, now I know why I didn't make it up to the castle the last time I was here 10 years ago. These steps were pretty good and challenging going up. And look at this beautiful view you're paid off with up top. But last year I only had like a night or two here, so I did not have enough time, and wow, you could even see the Charles Bridge from here. There is a peacefulness to getting up early, or just being jet lagged and up this early anyways, and just checking out the streets when it's not as crazy. So much more rewarding in my opinion. Well, here is the orientation map. That's good to know. We're right over here and we can walk straight in. As long as there's no guards, I'm sure I can just walk through. Ask for forgiveness before permission, I guess. This is a beautiful garden. It's a cafe restaurant in the garden area. Might have to sit there and have a water. Ooh, the hair is sticking up in the back. The coffee came in clutch this morning over at the hotel. Got me up and going. Got a cappuccino. Beautiful architecture here. Love the blue skies in the back too. This is St. Vitus Cathedral. It's a Gothic resting place of saints, including Vitus, Wenceslas, and Adalbert. And it's also the state treasury. Another tip, they do have a restroom here by the cathedral that you can use for free. Every corner you turn is just a photo op. Look at this fountain right here, overlooking a different side of St. Vitus Cathedral. Right after St. Vitus Cathedral is, you see an SG up the top of this red and cream building. This is St. George's Cathedral right here. It's funny, it's right next to a Starbucks. Sancte Georgi, ora pro nobis. Yeah, you wouldn't think that there's a Starbucks in a place this nice. Although this Starbucks is in a pretty nice location, really nice garden area here, next to a Bubblify place to quench your thirst. Now that is what you call a view from a castle rampart right there. That's not the St. Charles Bridge. The one on the right is. This is so scenic. 10 years ago, Jaycation had mad jet lag, and I said I was gonna go up to Prague Castle, but I was just too lazy to climb up in the summer heat. But with it being only like in the 40s right now, it was a perfect day to climb up here, and I was able to get up here. It's only 9 o'clock, so I have a lot of the day to still explore Prague or catch up on sleep. Doesn't matter which way you enter Prague Castle, you're gonna be going through loads of stairs, or a gradual incline at least. Now it's a decline, so it's an easy walk. Strolling back towards the Charles Bridge, there are so many beautiful parks and gardens over here, cafe and bars. We're gonna head back to the old town, get closer to the hotel because I feel I might crash out pretty soon here. It's about midnight back in San Diego. I was also thinking to myself, Lesser Town. It's not called Lesser Town because it's a town that's lesser than all the other towns. Pretty nice town. So I don't know why they named it Lesser. Now this is the view you gotta come here to see. The view of the Charles Bridge and the water of the river. Man, it's such a nice day out. And then they even have a running path over here. Yeah, look at the buildings reflecting off of the water. Now that's a pic right there. Bro, what is this? Has got to be the best fountain that I've ever seen. This is amazing. How pretty it is under the bridge over here. It is 9:35 in the morning now, and look, just an hour difference. You're starting to see steadily more people walking across this bridge. We picked up these things last time we were here with Jaycation. We got a Padre one and a Laker one. Might have to do an updated version. They do have a Padre one. Look at these giant butterflies on the side of this building. Ma'aj. And it's literally right by where we're going. I've seen these on YouTube videos. Cafe Louvre. Probably grab a coffee and pastry over this way. This place has been in business since 1902. Cafe Louvre. Well, it's super packed right now, so I might just forego this. Although it has a really nice entryway, this stairwell is pretty cool. It gives you a lot of pictures from the 1920s. Oh wow, there's even a cafe there with a balcony overlooking the river. That looks cool. You know what, we're gonna pop into this Tesco, grab ourselves some drink. Stocking up on waters and electrolytes. I'm trying out this little sparkling drink, mango and citron. Mango orange drink, it's all right. Carbonated mango drink. All right, back in the hotel room. I had to go buy this nesting doll because we did this 10 years ago, me and Jaycation. I got a Padre one, and they actually hand make all these. What's funny is it says Machalo, not Machado. That's even funnier that it's Machalo. And then you open it up, you get another nesting doll, and it's Bogarts. They spelled that right. After Bogarts, we got Jake Cronenworth. Then you got, Jackson Merrill, Jay Merrill. And then the final one is Toddy. It's a Tatis one. I love it. Everything minus the Machalo, but you know what? I'm buying it just because it says Machalo. Manny Machalo. So it was like 35 euro, 850 krone, but you know what? Handmade, these things sell out. And I had the old version, so I'm gonna put the old version with the new one. Manny Machalo, baby. It's around 11:20 in the morning here, just about lunchtime. I heard that if you go to restaurants right when they open, lines are so much easier to deal with, so I'm gonna eat early today, 11:30 in the morning. And I heard there's a really cheap place near the city center, of course. I saw it on Honest Guide, a good spot for some good Czech food. And here it is. It's called U Červeného Pava, and it's right in this small alleyway near the Chocolate Museum of all places. And I heard the prices are really nice. So U Červeného has a peacock theme, and opening times are from 11:30 to 10 at night. Ooh, on the weekends though, they close at 11. Prices here are amazing. Look at the Prague sausage, only 155 krone and only 359 for goulash. Look how beautiful the decorations are in here. Didn't even have a beer yesterday. That's how jet lag I was, but we are now ready for my first Pilsner Urquell. And I do have some food in my stomach. We had breakfast over at the hotel, so. Oh, that's a good beer. I love myself a Pilsner, especially on draft. Cheers, Jaycation. First things first is the Prague sausage. Oh, this is only like 150. Ooh, nice. And I like the casing on this. Got the mustard, and she did warn me that the horseradish is a bit spicy, and then they also got some sauerkraut, and then also a side of bread here. That's nice, hot, crunchy. It's got a little pickled feel to it. Yeah, that's not sauerkraut. That's more of like some sort of cabbage. Sausage, really good. Let's try it with the mustard. Really good Dijon mustard. Dip the bread in the Dijon mustard. Kind of like a rye breadish type of taste. Definitely ready to try the horseradish. Dip a little bit on it. Let's see what type of kick we get. I love horseradish with a kick. I'm sure eventually it will get me. That first one wasn't that bad. That was really good. Horseradish is fire. So good. So y'all know I love cheese. I love different types of meats. And Czech food is basically amazing cheeses and amazing meats. Their fried cheese, I had to mix it up with the Prague sausage. So this is the main meal. This is only like 359 crown. Comes with tartar sauce. It's like a coleslaw type thing. Let's try out the fried cheese. Fried cheese with tartar sauce. Phenomenal. Look at that cheese pull. Piping hot. I love me some fried cheese, guys. The meltedness of it. That's hot. That's the winner. And believe it or not, tartar sauce, yum. That was great. The Prague sausage was amazing. That horseradish was fire. Pilsner Urquell, and the fried cheese. That filled me up. We'll do some shopping and then hotel for a jet lag nap. I may be back over here. This place was good. Why does this sculpture remind me of Star Wars? Revenge of the Sith. I know I'm about to be in Barcelona, the home of Zara, but I always want to check it out over here in Europe. I'm actually feeling this fit. This polka dot blazer here with the oversized black slacks, and then the wife beater under it. This might be an option for Juan's wedding, but I'm gonna buy it in Barcelona if anything. We've made it over to the Palladium Mall, which is here pretty much in the center. Really nice mall, it's indoor too. So if you're looking for a place to shop, the Palladium is one of the malls in the center of the city, but they also do have Zara's and all the other Bershkas over down the way closer to Wenceslas Square. It's souvenir shopping day today. Gotta find a magnet, get a Starbucks mug, and all the cool souvenirs. I already got the nesting egg. That was an important one. All right, Jaycationers, we just slept off our jet lag for like 6 hours. From like 2 to 8 o'clock, I was knocked out. We're just 2 blocks from my hotel. This place is called Cantina. It's a very popular place here in Prague. It's basically cafeteria style, but you can also go to the butcher shop and pick out your meats. They'll weigh it and cook it for you to your desired way, the way you want it cooked. But they also have a cafeteria area where meats are already prepared. So I ended up just getting the tri-tip with steamed vegetables and potatoes, and I heard their carpaccio is really popular, and of course I had to get a half liter of their Pilsner here. Prost! We're gonna go with the beef carpaccio. I'm always so used to getting these at buffets, not as a whole plate. That's tasty. Nice and salty. They have a drizzle of their white sauce, tons of pepper on here. If you guys are a fan of carpaccio, you definitely gotta try it here. That's good. So I ended up getting the steamed vegetables. It comes with potatoes, carrots, broccoli. We got some zucchini in here, some red peppers. She also salts it. I got some potatoes as well. So we woke up pretty hungry. So I ended up getting like 6 pieces of the tri-tip right here. Yeah, good. I also saw her sprinkle some of the salt on there. Oh yeah, this is all gonna fill me up for the night. The canteen is very unique. You'll just have to figure it out at first, but just make sure you don't lose this. You grab this at first, then you walk in, you have to claim a seat. Once you claim your seat, put your coat down, make sure that, you know, the table's saved for you. Maybe another person can save it for you. In this case, I'm by myself. And then the very front's the butcher shop. The middle part's the cafeteria. One side is where they serve the food. The other side's where they serve the drinks. They even have other options for drinks like wine and coffee and non-alcoholic beverages. And then you also got the buffet style, and you can just ask them to serve you as much meats as you want and as much steamed vegetables and potatoes as you want, and it all goes by weight. Then at the end you bring this card to the cashier and you pay for it. Simple as that. All right, so that was Cantina. I spent about $7.41, so that's not even $30 for that steak dinner, steamed vegetables, the carpaccio plate, and that half liter of beer. So that was a really great meal. Definitely recommend it. Check it out. Pretty much self-serving. You'll figure it out easily, and it's a nice atmosphere over there. Bright lights. They close at 11. I had a late dinner. I got there about 9:45, and I'm just gonna walk back to my hotel because we're only a couple blocks away, call it a night, and explore more of Prague tomorrow. The breakfast spread here at the Ramada by Wyndham is amazing. This coffee machine, I'm gonna get cappuccino all the time. Every day I'm here. But look at the spread here. They got cold cuts, they got hot breakfast, parfaits, and everything all set up. Got a plethora of meats and a little hot dog, sausage, croissant, some cheeses today, some cold cuts, bacon. I always bring my Eagle with me to bring and put in here. Well, we've actually hit day 2 of our Prague trip. We got out early yesterday. We're getting out a little later today. It's around 8:30. I got to see a majority of things I wanted to see yesterday, and my friends are coming in for the bachelor party. The Bachelor one is coming in today, so I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to vlog once they're here. So right now we are actually in the area of where I'm staying. This is a very prominent area of Prague. It's called Wenceslas Square, and it's a place where the people have protested over the years and congregated, as As you can see, the very famous Wenceslas Square is right here, named after Saint Wenceslas, I believe. I'm probably saying it wrong because I always say things wrong accidentally, not on purpose. And this is the National Museum, and they are doing construction all the way down towards where my hotel is right now. So there's a lot of construction, but there's a lot of events that have happened over here. And today is Victory Day here in Prague and different parts of Europe, and it does celebrate the end of World War II and becoming free of communism. There will be a lot of stages and events going on around town. It is a Thursday right now, so we'll see how packed the streets are, and we're gonna head over to the Jewish quarter. So that cathedral right there, you could actually enter for free, and the doors are through these peach looking buildings, and we are in the center right now of Old Town. I have never ventured to the Jewish quarter, at least I don't remember I have or not, so that's where we're gonna walk to. I'm not sure if it's because it's Victory Day here in Prague, but I have seen a lot of police roaming the area and just patrolling around early in the morning, which makes you feel safe because the more police there are, the less crime there is. At least you'd like to think so, right? We are now entering the Jewish quarter here. Check out this cocktail bar restaurant. Right in front is this old Cadillac right here, and it's next to a place called the Aloha venue. Shout out to Hawaii. This landmark right here is the Old New Synagogue, Gothic place of Jewish worship, completed in 1270 and the legendary home of Golem of Prague. No, not Gollum on Lord of the Rings, Golem of Prague. I've actually seen some videos on Golem, and yeah, this is one of the oldest synagogues in the Czech Republic, maybe even in Europe, I think. It's amazing to see structures like this survive so long, and through all the wars and history, it's made it through the test of time, that's for sure. So just on the other side of the synagogue are shops like Dolce & Gabbana, Chanel, Versace, Valentino. This is definitely the rich and famous shopping street for sure. I've heard many stories about this building on YouTube with these two voluptuous women. Apparently it used to be a brothel. This area right here is the old Jewish cemetery and also the Jewish museum. We made it over by the river, and this is the Rudolfinum. It's a concert hall, pretty popular one here in Prague. Down in the distance is Prague Castle, where we went yesterday. Went up that hill, and that is one of the biggest castle per square inch in all of Europe for sure. It's huge. It's not just the cathedral over there, it's a mix of everything, and that's where the Czech president actually works. Here's another vantage point of the Charles Bridge. Yesterday we were over where the sun is shining right now on that other side. Oh, right over here, right where those steps are, down in the middle of the screen. That was a really cool vantage point. Made our way back towards the St. Charles Bridge, and there he is. Just walking along the river here. Endless amount of statues, different views of the Charles River. Now we are on the other side of it, and there's even some islands over here on this side of the river. We're just gonna continue walking down this way towards Newtown. Change of plans. The Bachelor has arrived. He wants to meet up, so I picked a cafe halfway between his hotel and where I'm at. This area feels familiar from when I visited 10 years ago with Jaycation. I remember it being hot and walking down this corridor. So I actually would rather have it be this temperature, because you can walk around a lot more when it's cooler, because you can control what you're wearing in your layers. This is one of the many popular cafes in Prague. Look at that balcony they have up there. This is Grand Cafe Orient. This is where I told Juan to meet up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the man of the weekend, Juan. You've never seen him on the vlog before because I don't post videos from Barcelona.
No beer.
Congratulations, my friend. Yeah, it's empty already. What's up, bro? You ready to party?
Yes, ready to party, yeah.
You want me to put my camera away already?
Yeah, no cameras, no phones,
okay.
No nada. Just
no cameras allowed.
Yeah.
This is Charlie, man.
Hey guys.
What's up, bro?
Hey, I'm a very shy guy, but we are going to have an interesting trouble with Juan. So let's see what's happened.
Okay, camera's going away. Bye. We're at the Grand Orient Cafe having a beer, and it was pretty cool. It's a nice balcony, and now it's time to walk around. All right, guys, we're here at Mlenice. We went here with Jaycation 10 years ago. I actually got the duck, which is really good, and it comes with like sauerkraut and some dumplings. I got the dark beer, but I also got this. And then Juan got some goulash because he wanted to be light. And Charlie got the pork knuckle, and it's the biggest pork knuckle ever. You guys gotta see this. It's as big as your head, man. The biggest guy here got the smallest plate. Congrats, brother. We're allowed to film right now because this is a nice time to film. After this, we're not filming anymore. All right, this is Beherovka na zdraví. Bachelor party has begun. We've been drinking these King of Prague beers. We're here in Old Town, a place called Soup, and it's a brewery here since like the 1400s. And had a couple of rounds of beers. We're with the boys. Pretty good beers. It's called Pivo Bar Supa, Old Town.
Tomorrow.
Good morning, Jaycationers. I'm gonna tell you about yesterday after I show you my breakfast here at the hotel. Got some sausage, some pungent cheese, looks like some zucchini, eggs, and some cold cuts. And then I also got this parfait right here and my daily cappuccino. Their cappuccino here is pretty good. So traveling around the world over the last month has definitely gotten me and my body all messed up. After I hung out with Juan and Charlie and their friends, I walked back to the hotel. I was only gonna take like a 3-hour nap. I woke up at 4 a.m. From 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. I was asleep. I missed night 1 of the bachelor party, but luckily we still got 2 more nights to go. I didn't eat any dinner, so we're gonna stock up here at the hotel. Well, good morning, Jaycationers. We are here at a park trying to get to a beer spa. I've decided, YOLO, you only live once. An hour for a beer spa is about €100, which is 2,300 crowns. And when's the next time I'll be able to bathe in beer? So I actually gotta hoof it there real quick because I booked it within 20 minutes and that's the only reservation they have, and it's 10 minutes from my hotel. So spend a nice hour in the beer spa. I really should be hustling, but here is that reflective face that moves 360 every few minutes. Let's get to the beer spa though. And there it is, the original beer spa. Welcome, drink free beer for hotel guests. Nice. Made it with 5 minutes to spare. It's just past the lobby in this really nice hotel called Michelangelo. And we're gonna get set up at the original beer spa. I already paid for everything online on the credit card. They already gave me my beer. They're just setting up my room. I booked it for an hour from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So they open at 10 in the morning. I hustled over here so I can just enjoy it before all the hecticness of this bachelor party later on tonight. Oh yeah, good thing I ate. They have all these beer products over here. This is the beer. You can get a dark beer or your Pilsner. Klusovic. This is one of the more popular beer spas I looked up online. Can't wait. There are multiple locations around town, but here's the price list. 1 tub for 1 person is 2,300 crown. 1 tub for 2 persons is 3,300. 2 tubs for 2 people are 3,800. 2 tubs for 3 people is 5,000. 2 tubs for 4 people are 5,800 crown. You can also rent out the whole place if you want to.
It's working like detox for the skin, like peeling.
Oh, nice.
Skin more softer, more healthy. It's nice for the people who have acne, psoriasis, and small troubles with that.
I heard it's good for the liver too,
Yeah.
and inflammation.
Yeah, it's always nice for me.
True story.
Yeah. After the bath, you can rest on the bed, but please put sheet on it.
Put a sheet, okay.
And drink beer.
Drink as much beer as possible
Yes,
in an
you
hour.
have
Okay.
unlimited beer.
Nice.
Also, we prepare beer bread. We bake it here.
Oh,
It's
wow.
our special recipe.
Okay.
We try it. You will say for us you like it or not.
I'm sure I like it.
In few minutes, I will open bubbles for you.
Okay.
Nobody will enter. You are in privacy here. You
Okay.
are alone. In last 10 minutes, I will knock the door. You will have time to prepare yourself to go outside.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank
Have a
you.
nice time.
Thank you. So I got this whole room to myself for an hour. Can use the beer bath and just enjoy. So let's do it. And then over here, they got the toilet, a shower, some hooks, your sink, and it's totally private here. So this is amazing. Well, this is amazing. So she put the barley and the hops in here. She got the bubbles going. I even brought the shorts so that it's starting to smell like beer for sure after. So I can hop in here. Ooh, yes. Okay, be careful because there's ledges on here and you can shin burger yourself, but you can lay out your, oh yeah. We got the beer here flowing. Oh yeah. This is awesome. They even have some homemade beer bread. Now this is the life, guys. Can't beat it. Bathing in beer, free flowing beer right behind me. They even have dark beer here too, so we're gonna check that out. They got slippers, so if you sleep in the hay bed, you do have to put the sheet over it, obviously. Oh, this looks really good. Some of their homemade beer bread. There's even some spread on it.
I love the spread up top. It's very salty and peanut buttery. Thumbs up. Cheers. So there are plenty different beer spas around town, but this was the best one that I've heard of. So I had to try it out for myself. At least once in your life.
Nothing beats a much needed beer spa day to defeat this jet lag. I was asleep from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. yesterday. It's not the actual beer, there's no alcohol content in here. It's just the barley and the hops that they put in here. And it's meant to help you with skin problems, inflammation of the liver, even if you're drinking beer. This is all the stuff that I read on the website. And they do have this really nice green glass stained window here in the front with hops. Really cool. Almost feels like we're in a room with kryptonite within it. And I'll probably stay in here till about 15 minutes before I'm done, and then maybe lay out in this hay bed for a little bit. But oh man, I'm loving it. Okay, so the bubbles stopped, but then it started up again. You got to do the unique things that are offered to you around the world, and this is one thing that's offered here in Prague. And all the times I've been to Europe, I've never done a beer spa. So treat yourself and believe in yourself. Let's go. Yeet. I've learned in the past that if you tilt it down with an angle, you get less foam. Definitely desired. Oh, look at that. That's a pour right there. Definitely desired the Pilsner more than the dark beer since I've got in here. Oh, it's nice. The spa just stopped, and you can see the foam starting to plunge up over here. I'm gonna go lie down over in this little haystack over here. They even have little moccasins. So they said that if you're gonna lie down in the hay bed, you gotta use the sheet. All right, it's the 10-minute warning, guys. Valvinus, hello, ladies. Oh, wait a minute. What do you guys think would happen there? Let's lie down in this hay. Oh. Now this is the life, guys. I'm laying down in a haystack with a Pilsner in the middle of the Czech Republic with unlimited beer. Just took a nice, relaxing bath. I had a 10-minute warning here, and I'm ready to just doze off. They give you an hour. That's the cheapest rate, which is about €100, 2,300 crown. But if you want to do 2 hours, I think that would be better. And the bigger room is even better because they have a sauna. I'm not sure about this location, but I know the other location that was already booked up, which is only a couple of blocks away, had a sauna. So I would have loved to have the sauna, but it just didn't work out. Final little tour. They do have this fake fireplace here. Awesome Czech music. There are 2 tubs with 2 separate draft stations for dark and Pilsners. You got the hay bed right here, as well as the beautiful bathroom and the sink and toilet. We're gonna finish off this beer, but definitely worth the hour. Prost. Let's move on to the next thing here in Prague. So the women in there are super nice. They even gave me more beer on the way out. And yeah, 10% is about the tip for coming here to Czech Republic, whether you're in a restaurant or a place like that. So I tipped them 10%. Hey, look, the head is moving. That's pretty cool. So this is called Kafka's Head. 1 motion per hour. So I actually hit it at the right time. That's what she said. So you could find the beer spot at Hotel Michelangelo and the Kafka's Head here in the Newtown area. So I'm just gonna veer around the Newtown, maybe try a restaurant here and check out what they have to offer in this part of Prague. Check that car out. Looks like he's doing a little tour. Veterantrip.cz. Cool ride. Talk about turning corners and just seeing some beautiful buildings. I saw this one, but this one right here in the middle is really nice. I'm telling you, in this time of year, you're able to walk everywhere. But when it's hot in the summer, like in June, July, August, you're gonna want to take the metro. Later on in the day, I met up with my friend Charlie and we headed over to Cafe Imperial. It's a classy cafe with an upscale vibe and decorated with elaborately carved walls and an Art Nouveau finish. It was amazing, and when we entered, we were greeted by the chef himself. I didn't get video of it, but he has tons of books right here and he really makes a great menu. And when I saw that they had duck, I had to get that, even with a cafe con leche, cafe latte, whatever they call it over in Prague. But this duck was tasty. It also came with broccoli and it was heaven. And then we also got this pilaf like rice and I smashed it, as you guys can see. It was money in the bank. Shorty, what you think? Later on, we went to Fat Cat in Old Town. It was nothing to write home about, and I think that their hamburger actually contributed to me getting a little queasy later on in the day, unfortunately. Womp womp.
One debt to society later.
Good morning, Jaycationers. It is the final morning here in Prague. We got to fly out to Barcelona today. It is the day of the Clasico, so I got my Barca jersey on and jacket. So yesterday was a great day. I just brought my iPhone out for the most part because it was the bachelor party. We ate at this place called Ribs of Prague, and their ribs and their truffle fries were second to none, amazing. I really like the atmosphere over at Ribs of Prague. You could even see them grilling it over in the kitchen area, open kitchen, and there's tons of seating. And it was the middle of Saturday, and they were able to take us in without a reservation. And then we also walked around the Charles Bridge, had drinks around the Charles Bridge, and then hung out at a cafe before we went to this medieval times dinner over in Lessertown. And I'm telling you, that was surprising. I spent 1,500 crowns for that, and it's all you can eat, all you can drink. The show that they put on was amazing. It's like you go down to the bottom of a basement, and it was really cool, like the bottom of like a, I wouldn't even say dungeon. It's like the inner dwellings of an old medieval town, and you got people playing different medieval instruments, fire breathers, dancers. They even do some LARPing over there, and it was really cool. They bring out a bunch of huge plates of food, as well as just steins and steins of beer, and everybody's just having a good time. And the bachelor party was there all dressed up. We had matching bachelor party group shirts and hat, all that good stuff. So that was a really fun time. And yeah, it was just a really fun day in Prague. And we did most of the sightseeing stuff in the beginning when I was here by myself. Now we're here at the Ramada. Ate breakfast every day. They do a great job with their selection every day. I'll give you a little room tour before we leave. Let's give you a little room tour of the Ramada by Wyndham here at Prague Center. So I booked this for 5 nights, and I'm telling you, this bed was actually really comfortable. Huge bed. It does look like it's 2 bottom stands put together, but I think it really is one big bed though. And then you got 2 nightstands on each side with reading lights. Plenty of lighting here. You just see the tops of the buildings because we're on the 6th floor. A couple of chairs and a table here. Then this TV came in clutch because I was able to watch my YouTube and use my HDMI cord. A lot of working space here with the mirror. They even have the hot water kettle. They provide you with instant coffee and teas and cups and glasses. The refrigerator was clutch. Kept the waters and drinks cold. You just have more space over here. Then you have the luggage rack and shoe cubby hole over this way. Moving along, you have a couple of hooks right here, and they do have a safe. You have to ask the front desk for your specific room number's key, so they'll give you a key. Just don't lose it, or you'll pay 10 euro. They have laundry service, more shelving. They even have robes here, and then about 5 different hangers. And then here in the bathroom, you got your hair dryer. They do have some hand soap. All the towels are dispersed all around the place. Now this shower was nice. It got warm real quick. The pressure was great, and I was able to move around, and a really nice shower. Then you got the low to the ground toilet, your toilet paper. That's the little tour of the Ramada by Wyndham. All right, let's get over to the airport. So I think I only used up about 5,000 Wyndham points a night for this, and I booked it back in December, so 5 months in advance. I literally only paid $11 of the city tax for the entire 5 nights, so thumbs up. And it was actually really quiet up here, so I did enjoy it, and the internet was quick. I was able to upload videos, and that was important. And this is right here in Wenceslas Square, so it's right in the center, and about a 10-minute walk from the astronomical clock. And I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely an older crowd, older traveling crowd, and it looks like they get travel groups over here. They'd like it though. So we made it in front of the train station. A few days ago we got dropped off over there, but the Airport Express is actually on the way back on this side, so there's a line. I'm gonna make the 8:30 one, not the 8. So it's about 4:50 and about a 35 minute ride to the airport here in Prague. I gotta get to Terminal 2 for dwelling, and it came about 10 minutes before, so people are loading. Made it to the airport with plenty of time, and we got to the Terminal 2 lounge here, and I was able to bring 2 of my friends from the bachelor party to the lounge. So with priority pass, you're allowed up to 2 guests. They got food, drinks, and everything, and we're here for about an hour and a half till the flight, so we're good to go. So a little tour. They do have a coffee station, sodas, beers, and vino. Pretty nice lounge, actually. And they got reading material, and this is the check-in counter over there. Cappuccino number 2 today. It's gonna be a long one, guys. Gotta stay caffeinated. Over in the buffet side, they got plenty of juices. You got eggs, focaccia bread. Definitely gonna try that. They got mushroom soup, another soda machine, your breads, and the cold cut counter. All right, guys, we're here with Adrian. You remember him from the vlog from years ago. And Charlie. Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Hey, Bachelor, man, how are you, bro?
Oh, amazing, bro. Amazing. Thank you very much. We still have more today at the Clásico. So.
Vizca Barça.
Vizca Barça.
What are you drinking, bro? Budweiser?
Yeah, Czech one, lager. Very good.
Great party, man.
Thank you.
Now you're getting married, bro.
Yeah, next Saturday.
Let's go.
I'll do it.
Bro, look at Lamine Yamal, baby. Oh, you want to say something? All right, Jaycationers, that will do it here from Prague. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. In the words of me, stay traveling, Prague. Adios.